Israel admits it bombed a hospital to kill a journalist for doing journalism. Notes from the edge of the narrative matrix. The IDF has admitted to bombing a hospital in order to assassinate a prominent Palestinian journalist in Gaza, explicitly stating that they assassinated him for engaging in journalistic activities. The official Israel Defense Forces account made the following post on Twitter. Don't let Asleh's press vest fool you. Hassan Abdel Fattah Mohammed Asleh, a terrorist from the Hamas Khan Yunis brigade, was eliminated along with other terrorists in the Nasser hospital in Khan Yunis. Asleh participated in the brutal October 7th massacre under the guise of a journalist and owner of a news network. During the massacre, he documented acts of murder, looting, and arson, posting the footage online. Journalist, more like terrorist. End quote. Documenting newsworthy acts and posting the footage online is also known as journalism. It's the thing that journalism is. Asleh was killed in the hospital's burn unit while he was recovering from a previous Israeli assassination attempt in which they bombed a tent near the same hospital. That's right, kids. Israel will literally assassinate a journalist by bombing a hospital, openly admit that they bombed the hospital to assassinate the journalist for engaging in journalistic activities, and then call you an antisemite if you say Israel bombs hospitals and assassinates journalists. The following things are Hamas, journalists, journalism, the new pope, the last pope, the UN, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, human rights, critical thinking, hospitals, schools, campus protesters, Greta Thunberg, doctors, women, children, Ireland, and Miss Rachel. Benjamin Netanyahu is now saying that the forced ethnic cleansing of Palestinians from Gaza was inevitable, reportedly telling the Knesset's Foreign Affairs and Defense Committee on Sunday that, quote, "We are destroying more and more homes, and Gazans have nowhere to return to. The only inevitable outcome will be the wish of Gazans to emigrate outside of the Gaza Strip." End quote. So there you have it. Shut the fuck up about hostages. Shut the fuck up about Hamas. Shut the fuck up about October 7th. This is about removing Palestinians from a Palestinian territory to replace them with Jewish settlers. That's all this has ever been about. Anyone who pretends otherwise is evil. You support terrorism, said the person who supports daily massacres of civilians to advance political aims. Everyone's yelling about Trump accepting a jet from Qatar as a bribe, which would make sense if they hadn't been completely ignoring how Trump has openly admitted to being bought and controlled by the world's richest Israeli, Miriam Adelson, and how pervasively influential the Israel lobby is throughout all of U.S. politics. It's so gross that Western society tolerates the existence of an Israel lobby. Like, oh, so you're here to convince my government to stomp out my free speech rights and use my tax dollars for wars and genocide to advance the interests of an apartheid state? Yeah, cool, I guess that's fine. The existence of the Israel lobby should be treated the same as a Nazi lobby or a pedophilia lobby. Taking donations from pro-Israel groups should be as stigmatized as taking donations from the KKK or NAMBLA. It's not okay that each Western nation has its own high-powered lobby group whose whole entire job is to insert itself into key points of influence and persuade our governments to destroy our civil rights and commit genocide. Nobody should be tolerating the existence of these groups. I always get Israel apologists telling me, "Stop calling it a genocide. It's not a genocide." And I'm always like, okay, well, then they're doing some sort of thing where the people in power try to eliminate a population because of their ethnicity using mass-scale violence and deliberate starvation. I guess there's no word for it. The last year and a half in Gaza is a strong enough reason to dismantle the entire U.S.-led Western Empire. The Gaza Holocaust could end tomorrow, and it would still be reason enough. All the Empire's other worldwide abuses could have never happened, and it'd still be reason enough. In Gaza alone, the Empire has already established beyond any doubt that it should not exist, even if you ignore all its other crimes throughout the Middle East, Latin America, Africa, and Asia. If you would perpetrate history's first live-streamed genocide in full view of the entire world, then you are not the sort of power structure who should be leading humanity into the future. If you would inflict the kinds of abuses we've been watching on our screens for the last year and a half upon helpless human beings who have done nothing wrong, then you should not rule the world. Your rule must end. The alternative is to let the fate of humanity be determined by genocidal monsters. This is simply not an option. The sooner the U.S. centralized empire ends, the better.